Hey, what's up, y'all? So you have probably already heard the news, but Texas and Oklahoma are coming to the SEC a year early after all. That's right. Texas and Oklahoma and, the Big 12 and the SEC and Fox and ESPN have all agreed to a deal that will allow Texas and Oklahoma to leave the Big 12 and join the SEC next year in 2024 instead of the original deal, which was they were going to join the SEC in 2025 after the current Big 12 TV deal expires. It turns out that they will both be buying their way out of the Pac-12, so they have to pay a total of 100 million. So I guess that's going to be 50 million each. So, but anyway, this is exciting news. Now we only have to wait one more year instead of 2 more years. Yes, so I am really excited about this. I mean, not really just because of Texas and Oklahoma coming into the SEC, but also the changes to the scheduling model. I think is what I'm more excited about. We're going to be doing away with divisions in 2024, and we are going to go to the 3-6-6 scheduling model, which means that now every team will have 3 permanent opponents that they play every year, and then you would play 6 other teams that you don't play every year. Instead of these 6 teams, you will play every other year, and then there will be, the next year. Of course, there will be a different set of 6 teams that you will also play every other year. So that would mean so year 1 you have a set of 6 teams, and then year 2 you would have another set of 6 teams, and then year 3 you would play the same 6 that you played in year 1, and then in year 4 you would play the same 6 that you played in year 2. So what that is going to mean is, so every 2, so that means that your team will play every other SEC team every 2 years, and play in every SEC school's stadium every 4 years. So the way it is now is of course you got 14 teams, 2 divisions of 7. So you play six teams from your division every year, plus 2 from the other division, one of which is permanent. The other one is not. So and then it would take you like 6 years to play every team in the SEC. So it would take like 6 years to play all the teams from the other division, and then it would take 12 years to play in every school stadium. But this will cut that amount of time down to a third. So you'll be playing teams 3 times more often than we did before. So that, to me, is really the part that's, more exciting than just Texas and OU joining the SEC. So, but anyway, so yes, this would mean that the SEC would be going to 9 conference games, same as the Big 10, Big 12, and Pac-12. Yeah. So there's gonna be So then, how do I think that Oklahoma and Texas will do in the SEC? I think that they can win 8 or 9 games. They could go 8-4, 9-3 in a good year. Yeah, 8-4, 9-3, maybe even 10-2 on a really good year. They'll probably both average about 8 or 9 regular season wins. On an average year. So anyway, so do I think that they're gonna suck when they join the SEC? No, I don't think they're gonna suck. I think that they could be competitive right away. And a lot of teams thinking that Texas and OU, y'all ain't ready for the SEC. Y'all are gonna suck, right? Well, I think that that those same people also said the same thing about Missouri and Texas A&M, but they were actually both were really competitive in the SEC in their first 2 years anyway. Or their first 3 years, I guess. Excuse me. I'm I Mizzou did win the East their second and third years in the SEC. A&M was doing really good. They were winning going 9-3 the first couple of years anyway, when they had Johnny Manziel, and they actually did beat Alabama in their first year in the SEC. Do I think that that Texas or Oklahoma could beat a Georgia or an Alabama? Maybe not in their first year, but eventually they'll get to be that good, but sometimes. But anyway, so yeah. So what's going to happen in the Big 12 this year, right? Was going to be big changes to college football over the next couple of years. So I guess this year, the Big 12 is going to be playing with 14 teams, because they added Cincinnati, UCF, Houston, and BYU. That will bring them up to 14 teams this year. So the next year they're going to be back down to 12. So the Big 12 is actually going to have 12 teams in 2024. That those 4 teams doesn't really make up for the loss of Texas and OU, but it's better than but it's better than adding no teams at all. So anyway, I think we remember that we thought that that the Big 12 was going to be dissolved. It was going to be split amongst the 4 other power conferences, but but they fought back. So, but anyway, so of course this did start all of this really did kick off all of the conference realignment talk. And then, of course, also 2024, we got the 12-team playoff, and the Big Ten will also be adding USC and UCLA from the Pac-12. So the Pac-12 is going to once again become the top 10. I mean, the Pac-10. And then what about, like I said, yeah. So we are going to be going to 9 conference game schedule. Think that this year, I think that the ACC is going to be doing away with divisions. So they're going to go to the 3-6-6 schedule, like the SEC is planning to do. But my only question is, how is the 3-6-6 schedule going to work when you only have 14 teams? That's my question. So, but anyway, so yeah. Yeah, and about people who don't want Texas or Oklahoma in the SEC. Well, first of all, there's nothing you can do about it. So, but anyway, so this will benefit both the SEC and Texas and Oklahoma. The Big 12, the SEC will make more, will generate more revenue, which would, with the addition of these two, big, nationally recognized brands. So, and yes, Texas and Oklahoma will be making more money in the SEC, getting a bigger share of the TV money. So, yes, this benefits all parties involved. So, plus, not to mention the changes to the scheduling, doing away with divisions and all that. So, is there anything else? Oh yeah, what about them not being in the Southeast? Yes, that's the question. Is Texas and Oklahoma, are they really in the Southeast? I mean, kind of yes, kind of no. Some people might say that that's the West. But anyway, I think that when you divide the United States, the continental United States into 4 quarters or 4 quadrants, I do think that Austin, Texas, and Norman, Oklahoma, I do think that they still fall within the southeastern quarter of the United States. So that's good enough for me anyway. But anyways, that's going to be about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.